Good morning, my radiant Sussex squadron. Gather your teacups, still your hearts, and lean in close, because today we are not just sipping gossip or passing through palace intrigue. We are entering a story that pulses with history, dignity, resistance, and love. This is not a tale of scandal. It is not a tabloid fabrication. It is a meditation on something so simple, so ordinary, that it is often overlooked. A name. Yes, you heard me right. A name. Specifically, the name Sussex. Recently, Meghan Sussex sat across from Emily Chang in an interview that on the surface seemed soft, dignified, even understated. She spoke not of politics or of palace battles, but of her family. She spoke of her name. She said, "My legal name is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, but what matters most to me is that Sussex is the family name I share with my husband, Prince Harry, and with our children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet." Pause with me, squadron, and let those words sink in, because within them lies a revolution. Chapter 1. The power of a name. A name is never just a collection of letters. It is identity. It is recognition. It is the thread that ties us to our ancestors and the beacon that carries us into the future. When Meghan Sussex said that Sussex is her family name, she was not merely speaking sentimentally about household unity. She was planting a flag. She was rejecting an imposed narrative and claiming her rightful place in the lineage she has built with her husband. For years, the tabloids have clung like ivy choking an old wall to Meghan Markle. They wield it not as a neutral identifier, but as a weapon, a reminder, a whisper of exclusion. Markle, the outsider. Markle, the actress. Markle, the American. Markle, the biracial woman who dared to marry into an institution that never wanted her. And yet, she is not Markle. She is Sussex. She is the beating heart of the Sussex family unit. She is the mother whose name echoes in the titles of her children. She is the wife who shares her husband's name not because she must, but because she chooses to. Chapter 2. Exclusion in plain sight. This refusal, this tabloid insistence on Markle, is not accidental. It is deliberate. It is a symbolic rejection, a reminder that no matter her wedding vows, no matter her children's birthright, she will never be granted the dignity of belonging. History is full of this kind of exclusion. Black women in particular know it well. You may be present, but not rooted, visible, but not truly seen. You may carry the child, but the child is not recognized as fully yours. During slavery, names were stripped away and replaced with the names of enslavers, an act designed not only to erase history, but to deny legitimacy. And when enslaved black women bore children with their white enslavers, those children were not acknowledged as family, they were counted as property. The mother was never given the dignity of recognition. Do you see the echo? Meghan Sussex, a woman of color, marries into one of the most famous dynasties in the world, and instead of embracing her name, the media clings to the old one, a symbolic rejection of her legitimacy, a denial of her place in the line, a refusal to say, "Yes, you belong here. Yes, you are one of us." Chapter 3. Resistance through dignity. But here is where the story turns. Meghan Sussex does not rage against it. She does not spend her time tweeting rebuttals, nor does she storm through interviews demanding respect. Her resistance is quieter, deeper, and infinitely more effective. She simply lives her truth. She embodies Sussex. She says with quiet strength, "This is my family, this is my name, this is who I am." It is the kind of soft power that confuses those who traffic in rage. The tabloids want drama. They want fights. They want explosive sound bites. What they cannot handle is grace. They cannot handle the unshakable dignity of a woman who knows who she is and does not need their validation. For marginalized people across the world, names carry a weight that others cannot always see. Trans and non-binary people fight daily for the recognition of their chosen names, lifelines to their truest selves. Migrants watch their names bent and broken to fit in with foreign tongues. Black and brown children hear their names mocked in classrooms and workplaces. Meghan Sussex stands in solidarity with all of them when she says, "I will not be defined by the name you choose for me. I will choose my name. I will define myself." And isn't that the most radical act of all? Chapter 5. A Family United. When Meghan Sussex says Sussex, she is not merely speaking about herself. She is speaking about a family, about Harry, about Archie, about Lilibet, about a unit that exists beyond the palace gates, beyond the titles, beyond the crown itself. It is a declaration that says, we are one story, we are one name, we belong to each other, and in that belonging lies freedom. Freedom from the chains of public perception, freedom from the narrow definitions of tradition, freedom from the suffocating grasp of an institution that could never accept her. Chapter 6. The tabloids lose. Let us be clear, Squadron. The tabloids have lost. They may sneer, they may mock, they may churn out headlines dripping with venom, but the truth is simple. Meghan Sussex has already won. She won when Harry stood by her side and said, "This is my wife." She won when Archie was born into a family that loved him first and titles second. She won when Lilibet carried the name of her grandmother, unbothered by palace politics. She won because she chose love over fear, dignity over spectacle, authenticity over artifice. Chapter 7. A Quiet Revolution. And that is what makes this story so profound. It is not loud, it is not chaotic, it is not filled with fireworks or fistfights. It is a revolution carried out in silence. It is the revolution of a woman who says, "I am Sussex, that is my family, that is my name." In that simplicity lies the undoing of centuries of exclusion. Conclusion: the power that cannot be erased. So, my brilliant Sussex Squadron, what lesson do we take from this? That names matter, that dignity matters, that quiet strength can topple louder enemies, and that Meghan Sussex, through her very existence, through her love, through her refusal to let others define her, has become a symbol of resistance and belonging for millions. The tabloids will keep shouting, the monarchy may keep shrinking, but none of that can erase this truth. Meghan Sussex is Sussex. She belongs, she is loved, she is honoured, and she is building a legacy not of titles, but of unity, courage, and dignity. And that, my friends, is more powerful than any crown. So raise your teacups high, Squadron. For Meghan Sussex, for Prince Harry, for Archie, for Lilibet, and for every soul who has ever been told they do not belong. Their story is our story. Their name is our banner, and their victory is a victory for us all. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. This has been Sussex Squadron, and I'll see you in the next chapter of truth.